trying to make money, starting off real hard. Nigga couldn't even go. Wanna know what's the show? D-Darrell on the mic. YouTube streets in the night. Doing all that he could. Nigga gon' keep it hood. But the haters won't top me. Motherfuckers won't block me. Assholes gon' flag me. Motherfuckers can't stop me. Hating ass niggas everywhere. Jealous niggas wanna sit and stare. D-Darrell better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. Hating ass niggas everywhere. Jealous niggas better sit and stare. D-Darrell better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. D-Darrell getting lit, yo. D-Darrell like FICO. D-Darrell score higher than a 7-800. That's not a typo. D-Darrell on the horizon. Channel rope is higher. Trollo trying to play me. They a motherfucking liar. AFW on a corner. Can't depend on honor. She recruit another sect. Now she is a wreck. Lame niggas in another space. Seeing dollar signs in this place. Good guys gon' protect the place. Trying to keep the fucking haters away. Hating ass niggas everywhere. Jealous niggas wanna sit and stare. D-Darrell better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. Hating ass niggas everywhere. Jealous niggas better sit and stare. D-Darrell better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. Hating ass niggas everywhere. Jealous niggas wanna sit and stare. D-Darrell better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. Hating ass niggas everywhere. Jealous niggas better sit and stare. D-Darrell better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. Whoa. Welcome, everybody. This is D-Darrell with D-Darrell Rebirth, also broadcasting from D-Darrell Life Solutions and Twitch. Welcome to the Conscious Clientele. I'm happy to be here once again. We're going to have a discussion. I'm going right into it. I'm just going to let you all know what's on my mind. And as the title says, as follows, that is what I will be discussing. Straight up. As the title that you are reading, that's what I'm going to discuss. And I'm going to say this, man, and I'm going to be straight up with this, man. I am not happy with the way things are going right now in the sector of YouTube right now. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like the fact that, you know, things have happened the way they occurred last night with moderators, subscribers, and so forth. Last night, the end of that was crazy, where people, arguing, having, issues and so forth, things that I didn't even know anything about. Okay, there were people having issues about situations that I did not know anything about. Shout out to Catherine. Shout out to T Pre. Shout out to Pink Lady. What's up? Okay, what's up, Bars Lamo? What's up, Dr. Bombay? What's up, Vicky? And Vicky, give me a second. After today, I'm gonna go into my studio, whatever, on the D-Darrell Rebirth, and I will finally take you off the block list. Okay, I know you've been discussing it. You've been wanting to get that for the longest. Sorry that I've been a little slow on doing that, but I am going to definitely deal with that. And I'm gonna say this, and some of you all are not gonna like this. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I am aware of the situation. Or I'm gonna speak of the situation between Miss Mellow H and Moon Litwit. Now, due to some issues that have occurred on somebody else's platform, both of these people are no longer viewers of mine. Okay, let me repeat that. Some shit that I had nothing to do with. And I'm not blaming anybody for this. But Moon Litwit went off last night, wanted her money back.
Now, I didn't have to give her money back, but I chose to do it because I didn't want to have any more drama. And I'm going to say this for anybody that donates to the Janice House. You are donating to a cause to help people with mentally ill clients. I mean, mentally ill individuals. So that means you not, if you're going to give genuinely. Okay? Because I've never heard of somebody giving a donation and wanting a goddamn donation back. Yes, this is a private entity. However, it is going to a cause to help mentally ill adults have, funds to buy extra things for their living expenses. This is not me. Let me repeat. This is not me in any form, shape at all benefiting financially because I don't need the money. Okay? I do not need money from YouTube. I'm not on YouTube for money. There's not enough money in this at this point for me to justify me being on the air like some other people being on air for damn near 15 to 17 hours a day making $20. Okay? That's not me. Okay? Just want to let you all know that. I don't need to compromise my integrity for cash apps. Now, I do understand there are people with fake coloring book degrees that they showed on YouTube. They may need to do that. But I don't. Okay? I don't need to do that. I don't have to go that route. I don't have to do extra things to make money. I don't need that. Now they may need that, but not me. Okay? So I'm saying this, guys, because I think that this sector, man, we having too many issues within, and we airing out every goddamn thing to the world. Every goddamn thing. Like, when can we ever resolve some shit like off the camera? Okay? Every goddamn thing. Yeah, you're right, Pink Lady, and I am getting ready to do that. I have some content coming up. Yes, Darrell, you can go back to putting out content on mental illness on a professional standpoint. Just stay away from YouTube drama. You are an educated man. You shouldn't entertain this toxic people. The shit is becoming toxic. Now, I'm gonna go back to doing stuff. Now, I've never stopped doing mental health. Again, if you wanted to see purely mental health content, go to D Darrell Life Solutions. D Darrell Life Solutions. I put the icon at the bottom so that everybody can go there if you want to see me talk about purely, strictly mental health content. Is at the bottom. All you have to do if you want to hear all of my mental health content, stuff that's related to uplifting our community, that's the channel you can go to. Okay? Now, this channel is a little bit more. I can still talk about mental health issues. However, I'll talk about a range of other things because, that's just what this channel is. This is a channel that this is more of I want to make this a backup channel, and I want to make D Darrell Life Solutions the main channel. It's not there yet. Hopefully in 6 months it will get there. Okay? Now, I'm going to say this, man, and I'm going to say this again. For my subscribers and my mods, please do not bring any more bullshit from anybody's platform to my platform, particularly those that are in the good guys sector. We are the good guys. I got my brother TC pissed off about a bunch of shit that I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know the truth or not. I need to have more information. My brother don't want to interact with people that feel like harm has been done to him. So I'm going to have to contact and have a conversation with that people he claimed did things and see if I should move further. Now, let me go ahead and time make a change out. He want to be funny. You know, assholes get timed out. Okay? You know, you misconstruing what I'm stating, but it's all good. What's up, Miss Kesia F? All right, now I'm gonna say this again. All right. So I'm talking to subscribers, I'm talking to mods. I'm talking to people that's in the good guys that's watching. I'm talking to anybody that's watching from the clouds, even if you're in the Smoke Thug sector and you want to come over and have a conversation, you're welcome to do so. I will treat you with respect as long as you don't get out of hand. I know that may be difficult for you because that's an ignorant, very low level ass sector, and that's what they used to that. So I mean, you're gonna have to, change your attitude coming over here. But the bottom line is this. Okay? What I'm saying is this. I should not have to hear about stuff that happened on Shaka Ron, that somebody got into it, TCTV, Poetic Flocka, etc. What I'm going to do, if I see some stuff where y'all talking about some mess on this sector, now if it's something that happened in the other sectors of the anti-fraud warriors or the Smoke Thugs, I'm willing to deal with that because I want to know, even though I'm not necessarily, I'm not even acknowledging the Smoke Thug. I still want to, I'm okay with that to a certain extent. But if it's something within our crew, I don't want to hear it. I don't want any situation or any content that will promote dissension among the good guys. Okay? I find all of that problematic. Okay? And so, to me, that was the case as it pertains to Miss Mellow H and Moon Litwick, who are both not coming back to my platform. So I lost 2 subscribers, and I also lost 2 people who have donated to the Janice house. So yes, I'm pissed off about that. Over some shit that happened in another platform that had nothing to do with me. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I'm going to have to say this to Miss Catherine. I love you to death, cuz, and we're going to have to talk offline, but there's a lot of heat surrounding you, whether it's your fault or not. The bottom line is happening, and it's coming over here. Okay? I mean, issues starting with Scarlett, TC. There's multiple times that you and TC got into it on TC's channel, and then y'all brought that shit over here. There's times where some other stuff happened on another person's channel. You brought it over here. Okay? The shit with Dunn. Like, I'm tired of hearing about goddamn Dunn. And that goes for people in the good guys arguing with Tiffany, knowing damn well how Tiffany feel about Dunn. Why are we bringing this shit up? Knowing that bringing up Dunn is a trigger for Tiffany. There have been multiple times after I said I don't want to hear nothing else about Dunn name fucking come up. Catherine, there have been multiple times when TC came here on the panel and he didn't mention shit about nothing, and you brought shit that happened on his platform over here, and then there's a couple times he's done vice versa. Okay, now to the point where this man claiming that all this extra shit has happened to him. I'm not gonna mention it, but I don't blame him for being upset with you. I don't. If it's true, I don't know if it's true or not. We're gonna have a conversation about it. Okay, but my thing is that, as I stated before, the issues didn't start over here. Okay? The issues, you're right, Godson. Last night was insane. But I did not start that. That stuff did not, those issues did not begin over here. So don't bring it here. Okay? Please don't. Please don't. You know what I'm saying? It's bad enough we have to deal with shit, with fraud, people putting out fraudulent information, calling government agencies and shit from the anti-fraud warriors. Then you got smoke thugs, and then you got other, quote unquote, supposed to be independent, but they really not. Then you got trolls like MAC and others, and James G that come here. I have to deal with all of that. So why are you all adding on more fuel to the fire? No, Pink Lady, I don't take it with offense. You're right. I mean, there are people that enjoy the mental health content. Again, I will continue to talk about mental health. Okay, I'm just going to do a variety of stuff. If you want to strictly listen to mental health stuff, at the bottom, D Darrell Life Solutions, my other channel, strictly talks about mental health. Like, I'm going to talk about mental health issues next week. I got about 2 or 3 videos of certain content that I will discuss about mental health. Okay, but I also have some other things. I got some other stuff I need to talk to about. This channel here is more well-rounded. D Darrell Life Solutions is more mental health orientated. And I'm just saying, like I feel like I shouldn't have to deal with this, where people are bringing shit over here. Lastly, I don't know anything about it. That's what you need to understand. I'm confused why somebody mad. I had correspondence with both of the people. They don't want to come back. So I lost two subscribers and 2 loyal subscribers and donators. Okay? Yeah, Boris Lamo, I wish I could get past some shit too. I wish they could, but I don't know if they ever will. Shout out to Dr. Bombay for the $20 cash app. Appreciate that, brother. Okay. Please, guys, could y'all please block High Stepper Tall Stranger? Please let him have it. Please block him. Let him go. I know that's one of Softcore Tito minions. So go ahead and block him. Please block High Stepper Tall Stranger. Mod, please handle your business with that. I don't have time for that shit right now. Yeah, Miss Mello gone. She's not coming back. Do y'all see her in the chat? You all know she would usually be here. Moonlit with what was a loyal donor. Both. They not coming back over some shit that I had nothing to do with. And yes, I'm not happy about it. It would be different if I had something to do with it. It would be different. It would be understanding if I was culpable in the situation. I had correspondence with both of these people yesterday and this morning. And they stated their position, and I stated mine. Now they're moving forward. Now, I'm not going to beg anybody to come back. I'm not begging anybody to do a goddamn thing, because you can do what you want. Okay? And I'm just not going to get in the middle of shit that I had nothing to do with, and it's costing me in the long run. And this had nothing to do with TC. This has something to do with the subscribers themselves. And then also, Catherine, again, this is another situation where you are involved. We gonna need to talk. First is the situation with Scarlett. I have not given Scarlett a mod, a wrench because you asked me not to. And also because my first interaction with Scarlett was very iffy. It was very conflictual. I thought she was a troll. I don't know. And I decided not to give her a wrench. Okay? Black News says that's what you get. You're supposed to be a professional. Please time Black News out, please. Go ahead and time him out. I'm not on here being messy. See, this is the thing, Catherine. You telling Moon Litwood started some mess with Miss Mello last night, but the shit wasn't on my. It didn't start on my platform. It was on somebody else's shit. You're right, LB, and I believe this wholeheartedly. Dunn should be long gone by now, but one person keeps him relevant. The rest of us won't miss him. Yeah. I know you didn't start it last night, Catherine, but your name came up in it. What the hell? Are you serious, Exposed to Manosphere? You telling me I got 81,473 spam comments? What the hell? Are you serious? Oh, okay. All right, brother. I was about to say, goddamn. They trolling me that hard? I hear what you're saying, Catherine. I knew none of this was going on. Like I said last night, they were arguing over something that happened on another channel. Right. You know, I'm just saying. Pink Lady said, I found it. If you ever need mods, I would love to mod this channel. And you know what, Pink Lady? I will probably take you up on that. I'm probably going to take you up on that. Okay? Poetic Flocka said the majority of issues is being caused by Catherine. Catherine saying TC is a human trafficker was the last straw. I don't know why she insists on causing issues. Just leave that man alone. I agree with that. And my thing is this, man. I didn't hear her say that. I heard TC saying that, and there's something about the feds. My thing is, if that stuff is true, we may have to part ways on that. I'm gonna have to take your wrench, Catherine. If you saying this stuff about TC, and my thing is that whether it's true or not, I don't know, and I don't. I'm not saying that whatever, and I'm not gonna speak ill of the brother because I like TC, but that's some hard shit to say. That's some stuff that if you say that, it can stick. So we do need to have a conversation, but the shit is coming over here. And in case y'all forgot, when I started this sector, just by merely responding back to false accusations about Umar Johnson, I ain't have all this shit. And I do like the fact that I wish I had a group with me at the time that I started this shit. And I didn't. So when I seen Flacco popping up, TCTV, Tiff coming out, coming from wherever, and everybody else, man, that shit was wonderful to me. And y'all gave me love. Was like, damn, man, we appreciate you for doing whatever. Man, I love the camaraderie. But damn it, we gonna have to have some order in this bitch. We need to have some law and order. We can't have mods running rampant. We had Tiffany Phillips going over there doing crazy shit. Then I gotta go and take up for people and shit and start and engage in beefs with people. Man, y'all don't need to go over there. You don't need to be over there. at least if you're going to be there strategically and at least in a group or some shit. I had to talk to her about some shit. She good. But when you all go over there, it's still a reflection on us. It's still a reflection of us. And we have to be at liberty to dealing with it. And there's no getting around on that. None at all. You know, it's just this is it. I mean, we actually have a good thing over here, man. We actually have a decent situation here. And we fucking it up by this infighting and shit, unnecessary shit. And I understand everybody ain't gotta like each other because everybody in the good guys side, we don't all agree. We got those who came for Umar 100%. Then you got those who are 50-50 with him. And then you got those who ain't really rocking with Umar. They just don't like the fact what the AFWs are doing that are affecting people outside of Umar. That's fine. We all don't have to agree. We all have one common situation. We trying to deal with the people who trying to hinder the ability of FDMG to operate. You're right, YM. It's getting too personal. People need to stick to the facts that matter. I guess in a pandemic, people need drama to spice up their life. I don't know. They say they think a wrench is a life. Come on, Captain. We gonna have to talk. That's all I'm saying. She said this is about a wrench and my money. I know about the issue with you and your money. I know that. And you have a right to not give your money to whoever you want without them getting mad. That's a given. But if you're making false accusation, Catherine, about this man being a sex trafficker and different stuff, I can't be with that. I can't be like, oh, you can talk about somebody reckless because then you're doing the same thing that the AFW is doing. Come on, baby, you can't do that. You're better than that. What I'm saying, Catherine, you know, don't go back over there. Don't say anything about him. He won't say anything about you. You don't have to get on a panel if he comes here because I'm still going to extend an olive branch for him to come here because that's one of my boys. If you don't want to fuck with watch the show when he's here, that's fine. I'm okay with that. If you don't want to come on a panel with him at the same time, I'm fine with that. If he feels like he don't want to come here if you're here, that's on you all. I can't dictate to you when to be here or not. I'm gonna send the link when we on Lock Nation. Just give me a second. I want to just finish what I gotta say. T Price pre saying that people trolling like MAC can't understand the people who are able to have differences of opinions and still work together for a truly good cause. Exactly. No, I did not lie on Stargate. You're a goddamn lie. I did not. But then, if that's the case, MAC, all of those quote unquote IRS receipts and all of those fake water bill receipts that you came up with, all of those were lies too. If you claim that Umar committed fraud with the IRS, why hasn't he not been arrested? He passed the audit 2 years ago. Can you explain how he passed the audit, MAC, if he was doing something illegal? Since you want to talk about receipts, show me your receipts. I've already debunked you on this 2 years ago anyway, so it's no use of even bringing it up. Okay. And so my thing is this, man, for my minds, you know, I've already said this. Y'all go over there. If I see you all over there and something crazy happens and it reflects me, I'm taking your mind. If I see you all bringing some beef or some bullshit that happened at Flacco, TC, or anybody else platform, be accountable, Shakam Ra, or whomever else, and you bring it here, I'm taking your mind and I'm blocking it. Because I this shit affected me. This shit affected me. I lost 2 good not just any subscribers, 2 good subscribers and donators. So yes, I'm fucked. I'm pissed off about it. Okay. This shit is ridiculous, man. You shouldn't have people. We can't be so reckless with accusations. We can't do that. And Catherine, if you said that you're wrong, you should apologize. There's no reason for that. So that's the link. Anybody want to come up? It's enough. I already got to deal with Stinky Beard. And then you got LH2K talking crazy. All of these crazy people saying shit, which I'm not even beefing with Stinky Beard anymore. Yes, I know. I've seen that. I don't know what the hell happened. But all I know is that I was affected. I was negatively affected by it. Okay? Boris Lamo said, D. Durrell, I feel one of the big issues is the false and ridiculous allegations on TC. One thing to have rumors, another thing is to defame and slander a man. I agree with that. And TC, I mean not TC, and make a change. You're right. You're right. We cannot make reckless allegations. So what I want you to do, make a change. Since that's the case, I'll be more than willing to do that if you go back and delete every video you made from 2019 up until now, because all of those videos were reckless. Okay, those were all reckless and false allegations. So when you're willing to do that, I'm good. What's up? We on lock.
Hey, D.
What's up?
Real quick.
What's up, Miss T Pre? What's up? What's up, man? What's on your mind?
Yeah, real quick. If I don't have I don't have a lot of time. Hey, Catherine, my dear, I suggest you just leave Allwell alone with TC, and I mean that, dear. I mean, enough is enough. He doesn't like you. You don't like him. Whatever problems that you're having with TC, he keeps bringing up Don and whoever else, just leave it well enough alone. It's been dragging all day, every day, all week, all month. Just let the shit go. Now, it would be different if he had said something about you personally, which he has, and he started the shit. But like I said, just leave it alone. If he says something to you, better yet, if he's in the chat, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing to him. He won't say nothing to you. I don't know. I don't know the seriousness of what it is between you and him, but enough is enough here. But it's not healthy for. It's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. You know, I love you, and I respect you, but leave Knuckle well alone. All right, I gotta go.
Okay, if you're gonna do that, then you need to hold both sides accountable. This shit been going on for the longest, and I get it. TC's wrong for coming at her. I guess she's wrong for responding, but it is. I don't know what the hell happened last night. To be honest with you, D, I wasn't even
Yeah, you wasn't
I
here,
wasn't even on. Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
don't know what
but the
happened,
thing about
baby.
it, is Miss Mello and Moon Litwit had some issues at TCTV, and they brought the shit over here. And of course, some kind of way Catherine name got into it. Before you know it, man, we was doing a live. We was actually talking about some light conversation. And before you know, I'm looking in the chat section. They cursing each other out, bitches, hoes, this and that. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? I'm asking them to talk to me. Moonlit would get mad saying that I was showing favoritism towards Mello and Catherine, and they came up and shit. Catherine came up at least. And before you know it, she asked for money back and shit. I ain't coming back. I end up getting emails from both of them, text, different messages and shit. They both don't want to come back. These were people who've been loyal followers and donators, So that shit pissed me off. And the shit is that I had nothing to do with it. This is some shit that happened from another person's platform that they brought over here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, look, man, I can't entertain that anymore. Okay? I can't do that.
I hear you. I hear you, and it makes sense. But there's something that you need to understand, and I hear you. I hear 100%. People love to blame Catherine, and I get it. I guess I hear what y'all are saying. But a lot of these women on here are having issues with TC because he really do and this is just my opinion. He liked to try to regulate and he's really rude at the way he try to bark orders at women. I don't know what happened between them.
Platform, not mine.
Right, you're right. And it should definitely stay there. And I can admit I'm guilty when I get into it with somebody. I'll come over here and vent to you. I'll stop doing that because I didn't know what the hell's going on. And you're absolutely correct. It really shouldn't be brought here. If you ain't got shit to do with it, you don't even know what the hell's going on. You're blindsided, like what the fuck? And now it's stopping the progress that you're doing for your organization to help your clients. I get it. I hear you. And I don't think, in my opinion, and I can't tell people how to feel, why she would want her money back for helping clients has nothing to do with you or TC. I don't see how they're related. If you give to an organization that's uplifting the community, I'm not understanding why you would want that back over a YouTube beef on a guy who doesn't have anything to do with the Janice house.
Right?
Like that confuses me, but I guess, whatever.
And that's what she did. And you know what? I told her, look, I'm going to give you, if you feel that way, because the next thing you know, I went ahead and gave her money back and said, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? She requested a little change back. And then I said, look, I'm not saying it's a little donation. Everything, I appreciate if you gave $1. I appreciate everything that you give because it's helping mentally ill clients who need it. These people have a fixed income. Okay?
Yeah.
These are people that's on a goddamn fixed income and most of their money goes to rent. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like they make like $7-something a month in the state of Texas, $770 or something like that, and $650 of that goes to their rent. So they're left with $100, a little bit over $100 to last the rest of the month. So they need, and they have to do all kinds of stuff. So they need, all that they can get, all the help they can get. So I'm like, you want your money back? And I'm like, look, that money was not for me. That money was for them. But if you want it back, you know what? Take your money back.
I hear you. I don't blame you for giving her money back because if you're going to be petty like that over it, then take your old funky ass money back. We don't need it. I feel you there. But I just want to say I'm proud of the work that you're doing with the people who are mentally who need the help, because there's a lot of agencies out there that take advantage of people who are in that condition and they don't give back to them. They take all their money and don't give a damn. They don't try to take up a collection to help them. They don't offer them hygiene supplies and financial helps to help them. So it's good at what you're doing. And I really do love the content that you're doing also in regards to advocating for victims of sex abuse, children, adults, women, men, whatever. I appreciate that. And I love the content. I hope it never stops. The Umar
Right?
sector is one thing, but the upliftment, giving people insight on, mental health and emotional, disturbance just weighs a lot more heavier, at least to me, maybe because I'm in the field, but it's good work you're doing. And I really hope that those two women can maybe talk it out or even just agree to ignore each other and continue to support the Janice House. That's just my opinion. I
Right?
get into it with
I
people all
agree.
the time. I'm not going to let that stop me from donating. I'm going to continue to be a lifetime donator to your project because I believe in it. And I know that you're doing good work with those people.
Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hey, Miss T Free.
Hey all, good evening. Hey Tiff, how you doing?
Hello, sis. Hello.
All right. I just wanted to address Make a Change real quick because he put a message in the chat for me.
Right?
And so, yeah, I want to let him know. Yes, I was on Max V's channel a few months ago, talking about Umar and not in support of Umar. And everybody knows that. That's not a secret or anything. I'm also on Ground Zero here in Delaware. So I can speak to people, talk to people, see certain things, and then make a different opinion, make a difference of opinion about it based off of what I'm seeing. So there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is this. I can't go over to Lennon Honors channel and tell you guys that. I can't go over to Max V's channel and tell you guys what I'm really seeing because I'm going to get blocked. I'm going to get ridiculed. I'm going to get disrespected. I'm going to get called out of my name and all kinds of stuff. So, yes, I can freely come to D. Durrell's channel. I can freely come to Shakim Ra's channel. I can freely come to any of these channels and still not be an Umar Johnson supporter, but also not be able to call him a scammer. And I can sit down and have decent, intelligent conversation with these adults about this without arguing back and forth. Now, mind you, there's somebody on this panel right now who is a Umar Johnson supporter. And I'm not an Umar Johnson supporter. But me and her are not arguing. We're not disrespecting each other or anything. That's the difference. I just wanted to come on here and tell you that and make a change.
I agree. I agree. And my thing would make a change. Make a change. If you want to talk about the truth and talking about exposing the truth, you can. Why don't you scrub all of those lies that you talked about since 2019 up until now? I'm talking about the IRS, which he had an audit and he passed. But you will never talk about that since you want to talk about the truth. All you hung your head on was the fact that the IRS says that you have to show your books of what you financially are doing. But you will never talk about how he passed his audit. He talked about in videos that he passed the audit 2 years ago in 2019. But you never talked about that for 2 years. Matter of fact, you never mentioned that. But what you're going to mention is a water bill. Your claim to fame was Umar not paying a water bill and claiming he wasn't paying taxes. But through all of that, though you claim he never paid any of this, why is the school still open and why are they doing renovations? Things are still going on, moving forward. Yeah, they may not be done as quick as we would like to. Well, maybe if you stop spewing hate information that is basically fueled with hate, more people will be apt to donate. But you won't talk about that. You're a part of the problem. And you're not going to stop people from donating. Yeah, you may stop people from new people from donating and maybe slowing it down a bit. But people are going to, and this is the thing you need to understand, MAC, you're never going to stop people from donating. So you're fighting a lost cause. Period. But my
Yeah.
thing is this. I'm saying this, man, is that, I heard TC yesterday when he talked about the stuff with Catherine. Okay, this has been an ongoing issue, and to me, and I know that nobody wants to hear this, but I understand stuff was going on before Dunn happened, but the shit got worse when Dunn came into play, and that was my position ever since. And I even said I don't even want to talk about Dunn, and both of them have came up here and talked more on Catherine than TC. But then and a few times some of the other people in the group, they brought up some shit about Dunn. And you know what ended up happening? They end up arguing with Tiffany. Or they start arguing with somebody else. Or they was arguing with me. Because I'm definitely not with the shit that Dunn does. And I gave him money. So I have a right to complain about his ass, as far as I'm concerned. So my thing is that stuff going on there negatively affected me. He didn't, I mean, my thing is this. They didn't, you know, they're claiming they leaving the space. I'm like, hey, I can't, you're a grown person. You can do what you want to do. I'm not going to beg you to come back, but I would like you to come back. And I told him. And I told them, if you ever want to come back, hey, I'm open arms, but I'm not going to beg you to come back. If you feel like this space is being too toxic, well, I'm like, why? If this space is being too toxic, and that's your opinion, why would you come here and bring up shit that happened somewhere else? And then look at me as the person that's partially responsible. Both of them. Like, I had nothing to do with what happened on TC's channel. Okay?
Do you even know what happened on TC's channel? Did they disagree
all
about
I
the?
know is it was something about them getting into an argument about some shit, and she said that hold on, let me see, let me look, because she emailed me, give me 1 second. She said that she got into TC's chat and she said something about Catherine. TC got mad about Catherine going off in the chat. So obviously, Catherine was at TC's. Okay, this is what Mello was saying. And give me 1 second. And then she also said that not only was TC mad at Catherine, that he also was mad at you, Tiff.
He's mad at me because I'm friends with Catherine, and he want me to check Catherine, and he started barking orders at me. That's not my job. Don't no man tell me who the fuck I can fuck with.
And so
he ain't fucking me. I'm not fucking TC. TC ain't my man. My own man don't tell me who I can be friends with. And it's not my job to check another grown-ass woman about a beef that don't have shit to do with me.
And so that was the issue. The issue was about the FBI, calling the FBI on him. But my thing is, I know that that's not your responsibility, okay? That's his responsibility to check her. But my thing is that, Catherine, why did you, if that's true or not, which I'm hoping is not true, why would you call the FBI on him if that's the fact, if that's the truth? Why is that talked about? Why is this? Why would you even consider that? And so he said that, you know, according to her, he said that everybody who's friends with Catherine can't be your friend with him.
See, that's some right there, in my opinion, and you may or may not agree. T-Pre, you may or may not agree. That's some ignorant ass, juvenile ass shit. Like that's some schoolyard shit, in my opinion.
And so I understand with TC history why he would be upset about that. I'm not gonna say that I would have said the same thing, but I understand his sentiment. Okay. But for somebody going to that extreme, doing the same thing that the anti-fraud were calling the FBI, I'm like, why? Why are you doing that? Especially if you don't have real evidence.
You should talk to her offline. Yeah, you definitely should talk to her offline.
That's what I'm saying, because like I don't really know anything about any of this.
Me either.
I can't speak on none of it. And you know what? I agree with Tiffany though. I can tell you what, I'm not about to check nobody just because somebody else told me I'm going to do that. You got me all the way chopped. I don't care who they are. They could be my mother. They could be my child. Anybody. I'm not getting ready to do that because you said I need to, especially if you barking at me. Come on, bro. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't have no problem with TC or nothing. I don't have no problem with nobody. But at the end of the day, all of them, whoever it is, need to talk about it offline so we can get to what we really need to be doing out here. And that's
exactly. And that's the point I was trying to make. Like this situation about the FBI and so forth, that needed to be discussed. That shouldn't have been a conversation for online. That should have been an offline conversation. But then this stuff comes up about Scarlett, TC, and this is the stuff that Mello was talking about, and so forth. And these were the issues that she had. And then she said she got mad at Catherine and TC, and she got caught in the middle of it. She didn't explain how she got caught up in the middle, but she said she did. And then she said somebody and then she got blocked. So and then she said she got blocked, and I guess she thinks maybe Catherine may have blocked her or something. Then she said something about what Moonlit was lying on her. So this is what they claim, but this stuff did not happen here. So why are you all bringing it here? Okay, that's my issue. Regardless of everything that happened, this did not happen over here with D. Durrell and the Conscious Clientele. It didn't. I don't even like the minute somebody says stuff like that, y'all gone. I'm like, I'm silent. I'm going to hold you accountable for saying stuff like that. I'm not going to let stuff like that go without me addressing some shit, particularly if it's true or not, or if it's false. So then let me get to this with Make a Change. Make a Change saying, why would I talk about that? There is no paperwork that Umar passed an audit. D. Durrell showed me the paperwork, and I will talk about it. I will wait for the paperwork. First of all, it's not up to me to give you any goddamn thing. First of all, if your receipts were so accurate, Umar would have been held accountable by the agency in the first place. It's up to you to
exactly. Like they're not here in Delaware.
You're the one making the accusations, not me.
They're not here in Delaware.
You better go with somebody else with that. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. They're not here. And Catherine is. She's here in Delaware. I'm here in Delaware. Okay. We are here on ground zero. We can speak to officials right here in Wilmington. We can speak to different people. We have different contractors that are out here working on these. I mean, like it's all on the same websites that Make a Change was using to show everybody the billing prices. Okay, all of that's right there. So if he's really about Make a Change and truth and honesty and everything, which honestly I thought he was, and I'm really surprised at his behavior tonight. Like I can't believe how he's behaving because I never thought he was like this.
No, Make a Change always been like this. You just never.
I just didn't know it.
This is okay. This been 2 years of Make a Change, low key acting like this. I'm used to it.
But the point I'm trying to make is, look, while they sitting over there trolling a man who's actually doing something for the community, we all could be doing something for the community. It don't even have to be doing that. Okay, all these people that come together on all these different panels are from different states and different places. We could all get together and be doing something in the community all at the same simultaneous time. It could be a homeless feeding. It could be a clothing giveaway. It could be anything. But while everybody's wasting time arguing back and forth over stupid shit, we're not doing anything to give back to the community when this man really is. And while y'all asking for paperwork to prove that he isn't, none of y'all can prove that he is. So I don't understand.
Hey guys.
Exactly. There's people with all these false accusations with no receipts. So what's going on, Catherine? And then I'm gonna go to Claudia.
Hi Tiff. Hi T-Free. Hi.
Hello.
Claudia.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Darrell. I just wanted to correct some stuff that you were saying. Last night, Miss Mello was apologizing to me. Moonlit called her out and said that she'd agreed on TC's panel to block me. All of the women said they would block me. Okay. And Miss Mello was saying that she was sorry and that she's not mad at me anymore. Moonlit got upset because Miss Mello was being fake, he said. And that's where all of the name calling started. As you know, and you saw LB's comment, and we'll talk offline, they come here from those other two chat rooms by the tens to harass me about what they started the misinformation they're starting to try to spread about me for number one, not giving up my money, for number two, being an Umar supporter, and number three, doing all this documentation in the background. That's what this is about. They're trying to run me
Okay,
off
but
YouTube.
but this is the thing.
We'll talk offline.
Yeah, but I just want to make this point. Everything that you just talked about, those things did not occur on my platform. And that's the
Exactly.
issue I'm gonna have in our
And they bring
discussion,
it
okay?
here. I don't go there, and they bring it here. They bring it here. I've
But
shown
I
you
know, and that's
snapshots
my
and
point.
stuff.
It was brought here. And that's
Yes.
the point. It was,
Yes, I understand.
yeah. So
I
that's
understand.
the issue that I have, that it was brought here.
I understand.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm
I
just being
understand.
honest. Yeah, and so I had to basically have conversation with both of them, and they both mad and irate and sending me all of this information and correspondence, and I'm like, none of this stuff that you're talking about has nothing to do with me.
Nothing to do with you. That's
Or
not
me,
on this
hell.
platform.
Or me. I don't have shit to do with nothing.
Right.
So, yeah. So I mean, we'll talk, but I just wanted to make that point that none of this, regardless of
Right.
everything, I was not into that, because when I go to TCTV, I'm usually on the panel, and even if I'm in the chat, I don't even usually when I'm there, I don't usually see a lot of craziness going on when I'm there, because I'm usually just listening from the clouds. But that's the point. I had nothing to do with it, but the shit was brought here, and then I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Then I'm getting blamed, and I'm showing
I'm gonna tell
favoritism
you
towards you, and I'm showing favoritism towards Mello and not Moon Litwick. You know?
Yeah,
That
I
was
don't
something-
know. I don't know why that was said. I have no idea. And like I said, I've been trying to call you to discuss this with you myself for a while now. I don't know if you have those missed calls, and I've been, like trying to send you text messages.
I have recent calls from you that I it was late. I was probably asleep when you called. So that's probably why.
Because we're on different times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So-
I was trying to let you know that this was infiltrating your chat, and I mean, we could talk about it offline.
Yeah, we're gonna just talk about it offline. I prefer it that way.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Let me go to Claudia. What's up, Claudia?
Okay.
Hey guys, I was just after viewing all the people that posted live streams yesterday, none of them mentioned all these permits that have been pulled. So I'm like, I don't understand how Lennon was on the tip of, oh, he must stop this scam or whatever, but nobody's mentioning those permits that have been pulled. They want to go to the taxes and everything, but when something is there that's actually legal permits that get pulled, you still want to call these Pookie and Ray Rays. So I'm a little confused with this whole thing. I made my video. I was like, no matter what you tell these people, they're going to still believe that the AFWs are, Jesus Christ superstars. So I made my last video. I spoke my speech, and I said, y'all can go on with that. I got businesses to run, and I'm good. None of y'all hit me. Better things to do. Because every time I go live, even if I announce that I go live, none of them hit the link. Nobody come and confront me. Nobody gets online and confronts me head on.
Well, according to what I've seen, Nappy Yankee has your name in his mouth everywhere he goes.
And I don't even know this man. Like, I don't understand. I don't get this. I've done nothing to him.
Every time you look around, Nappy Yankee, when he go on a panel, he mentioning your name. He mentioned your name early this week, last weekend on the Smoke Thug channel. Then I think he was on Shock and Raw, and he mentioned your name. And then he went somewhere else mentioning your name.
I don't get it. I'm like, one time with him, I was like, I went to the school. I was like, you don't believe I went to the school? I was there. I took photos. Like, why do I even sent them to you, D. Darrell?
Right.
I'm like, why do I gotta lie about going to the school?
What he was mad about. He was mad at the fact that I highlighted that you debunked of him, how he falsely characterized how the school was kept up. And then I said the fact that you actually showed more recent pictures that actually show how the school really looks, and he's still pissed off about that. I'm like, brother, that
That's
happened back in what,
crazy.
last September, last August, September,
Yeah.
and you still thinking about that? I'm like, damn, really?
And then when I went to Atlanta, he tried to say I wasn't in Atlanta, and then I posted on my Instagram the pictures of me with Umar. He was like, "Okay, baby, you was in Atlanta." I'm like, "You need to make up your mind."
I don't get it, man. He on this thing about. My thing is this, man. You went up there trying to interview some guy and trying to find information that you can use against Umar. Then somebody else came behind you and showed what it really. Then you getting mad about it. I'm like, just show the proof. If you just
And that lady's windows, they got broken that night. They did not get broken weeks before.
Yeah. Just show the truth, and then that's it. And let the truth speak for itself, and people will make their own, assessment of things. They're gonna make their own decision of what's good or not.
Yeah, I don't get it, and and everything he mad about, like, it doesn't make it. Why? Nobody cares. It's like it's a brownfield. It's a weed and seed area. Okay, that means the school is really needed there.
Exactly, but according to him, that he called you all kind of other nasty names. I'm not gonna repeat that.
Oh, I know. I heard it.
But my thing is that, first of all, you the one went out your way and said what you said. You came out of there trying to make, saying this and that. I can't help if she went and corrected, gave other information, and then he tried to say something about the budget that you created to operate the school. He tried to attack that too, and I'm like, wait a minute, where's your budget? Since you know so much about a school and operation, give me a counter budget.
Yeah,
but that you can't do that, But he was, he couldn't say anything in response to that. But you want to talk about her giving false information?
Yeah, that dude is weird.
Weird.
I was like, you're weird. He's like, I was like, for somebody who doesn't cam up, like, he's like, my picture is located on my YouTube page, yada yada yada. I'm not afraid to show my face. Okay, you don't do it often.
But a lot of them don't show up. Everybody over there with the smoke thug and the smoke memes, none of them, for women who try to talk about other people, none of those women cam up ever.
That's a really good point. I would love to see what Big Man look like and his wife, if he has one. I would love to see what she look like.
Yeah.
Because that motherfucker comes from me and Claudia.
Yeah.
All of these women that claim that, somebody looks like it, and you want to laugh at other people saying stuff about other people. I want to see y'all cam up, because when I invited them to come on Friday, I was hoping at least one. Well, I think we had one in the chat that was on that side, but she didn't want to come up. But none of these people cam up, and they don't work. I know for a fact they don't work, because all of those 10 to 15 hours, the only one that works is Stargate Happy Ending Specialist. She's the only one. She's the only one that actually works, and I don't know how often she works.
Wow.
But she's the only one. That everybody else is no way. I remember the other day when they were talking about me for 2 days straight. He did a live stream from like 3:00. He didn't end it till damn near 12. Okay, and they were there the whole goddamn time. Now, ain't nowhere in hell you going, if you got a family or whatever else, you staying live for damn near 9 hours. And then another time when I went live about Tiffany Phillips, he went live for like 7.5 hours. And then in about 45 minutes, an hour later, after I did my live stream about what happened, the same women popped up on the same panel talking shit about me and Tiffany Phillips. So I'm like, do y'all go to work in the morning? What do y'all actually do where you can invest this much time entertaining a YouTube channel? Now, I know I can do it because I don't work for nobody. I work for myself. But none of these
I work for myself too, but I'm like, I got stuff to do.
Yeah. I mean, I can chill out and work from home if I want to. My employees work and do what they got to do. I can actually turn a cam on and watch my business from home. if I
But
chose to
D,
do that.
you don't, as much as you work from home, as much as Claudia work from home, and right now because of pandemic, I'm working somewhat from home, but I do go in the field. Who in the hell has 15 hours a day to give to this shit live streaming? I'm not
Nobody.
talking about popping
I
in.
gotta watch Coming to
Right.
America. I gotta watch movies. I gotta do
Hey, that movie was good though. A lot of people are
stuff.
giving it beef. I liked it.
I
I
liked
liked
it.
that movie. But
But
who
it
can sit up on their
I liked it
ass?
too. It was funny.
Yeah,
I
I
liked
thought
it
so
last
too. When
night.
them twins came out, I lost it.
I lost
Yeah,
it.
that was funny. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that shit was crazy. But yeah, they sit there, and I'm sitting here seeing people like literally. And by the way, I'm gonna go ahead and give Pink Lady a mod. So Pink Lady, I just gave you a wrench. Congratulations, appreciate it for you being here. So my thing is that these people sit there, don't eat, don't shower, don't do no upkeep, and like I'm like, y'all Negroes been sitting there like just sitting there like you. Who does this? Don't take a break to do anything but just talk for 9 hours, and then for another 4 hours until damn near 3 o'clock in the morning. What kind of fucking hygiene upkeep are y'all doing? Like,
Was it
I
a
mean,
topic or something? Like, what the heck are you talking about for that long?
straight up, and they all sitting there talking about the same shit, and he's smoking for damn near 20 hours a day, just non-stop. I mean, his lungs got to be black. What's up, brother? What's up, Outlaw Easy?
Hey, what's going on, Darrell? I'm just listening in on this. And one thing that I would like to mention, just as I mentioned yesterday, when we're talking mental health, not enough of a spotlight is shined on Miss AAS and her obsessive behavior. You know, everyone obviously
Absolutely.
as well as, I'm not, I just think because of the character flaws and the business plan or lack thereof for me has me tapped out on Umar, but I wish him the best at the end of the day. But with her, I want more of the spotlight shining on her because my background is mental health and clearly this is sick. The amount of hours she spends talking about a man, and then whenever she sees somebody else who doesn't like him, she quickly recruits them. And as I've said before in the chats, how can you call yourselves anti-fraud warriors when 99% of the focus is one gentleman who supposedly is running a 10-year plus fraud, when we see, like Shakim Ra showed, another gentleman who stole tons of money was busted in 2 years. I would have more
Right?
respect for these people if they just call themselves, we're anti-Umar, we're anti-black male with a vision, even with his flaws. What I have to give him, the information he talks about, special ed, is I got 10 years working in schools. That is sound information. I've seen what they do to children. That's why I had to leave. The drugs, there's tons of documentaries people could look to verify those drugs are extremely dangerous. There's a film, everyone check out Letters from Generation RX, ssrilies.com.
Yeah,
The Columbine
SSRI. Yeah,
shooters, all big time school shooters were on psychotropic medications.
mood
You know, when
stabilizer.
this idiot, that's right. So when
Damn, I did
AAS and
not
all
know
these,
that.
Yeah, they were.
look
Wait,
it
they
up,
were on. I'm
all
sorry.
school,
I'm sorry. Can you please
every
repeat that?
school
I'm sorry.
shooter, every
Mm-hmm.
big case of a school shooter from Columbine, Virginia Tech, there was an Army base shooter. They're always on a
Mm-hmm.
dose of a cocktail of psychotropic drugs. They actually destabilize the
Mm.
brain. It really recreates and changes the brain chemistry and makes you unstable. That's why those medications have a black box label warning, the strongest label warning you can have. So see, in 2 minutes, I gave beneficial information for the community rather than just cracking jokes on someone that I don't like or disagree with. But she's a mental health professional who's laid out thousands of videos. So I just really want to add that as part of the discussion because her and Lemonhead act like they're not toxic, but they're extremely toxic. He doesn't even bother with the peace, love, and positivity anymore. You know, he's just basically a gossip queen to me with his nonsense. And all he does is rant and complain and talk about how Umar needs to quit it when he knows he does not want it to stop because he has nothing left. If Umar steps
That's
That
in the
is
true.
ring,
true.
does he really believe people care about him on that flute or talking manhood lessons? So that's just my little 2 cents. Again, please, people, investigate this stuff. The mental health medication. Umar is spot on. So see, I'm very unemotional in terms of, like I said, I got issues with the character, but the information, almost 100% of it is solid, especially the special ed. Do not put children on those medications. Do your research and you will see. So that's my 2 cents.
Appreciate it. That's definitely the real, man. And I'm actually gonna do some content on that too, as far as the antipsychotics, anti-anxiety, the mood stabilizers, and the stimulants. Those, they have all types of effects, and particularly for kids. That's another thing people don't understand. Particularly with children with behavioral disorders such as ADHD and ADD. If a kid is misdiagnosed, which basically 75 to 80% of them are misdiagnosed, if you're truly diagnosed with if you're really a classic ADHD case, the stimulant is going to have a reverse effect. What it does is slow the brain down. But if you're not truly a kid that has that disorder, the stimulant is going to act like a stimulant supposed to act. And that contributes, to be honest with you, the medication will make a kid that is misdiagnosed worse. And that's something that people don't understand. And the most effective diagnosis for kids that have behavioral disorders is getting with a neuropsychologist and doing a brain scan of the function of your brain. Because a kid that has ADHD, their brain is overactive, as opposed to kids within their age range, as opposed to a kid that's not. There's a difference, but that's never talked about.
No, it isn't. They just
It's
look
not
at the
talked.
kid and write a script. Look at the kid and write a script. They
Yep,
no
that's what
type
it
of
is.
yeah. That's really sad. I did not know that. That's news to me about the school shooters. That's news to me.
Yes. Even the
Ye-
school shooter. Matter of fact, the one that happened in Santa Fe, Texas. I actually had a practice in Santa Fe, Texas. That was the second location I was at in Galveston County. This was back in 2010. I moved there in 2010, and we moved out in 2012. But the guy, I actually had a client of mine that when he lived in a neighboring town called Texas City, he knew him for like a year and a half, and the warning signs of something was wrong with him was there, but they overlooked it. They didn't do anything to question him or anything. He would come to school, and it gets hot in Texas. It's damn near 95 to 100 degrees, and he wearing a big ass coat, black coat, trench jacket to school, and nobody questioned anything. He tried to play sports. I had isolated behavior, and nobody questioned him on anything. Now he transferred to Santa Fe, which I end up having to counsel one of the kids that survived that shooting, and her mom and her on that happening, on some people that survived, But this kid, and they stated he was on medication.
Wow.
And
Yes,
I
sir,
think he
D.
had.
Darrell.
Okay.
Oh,
I want to
Yeah.
yeah.
I want to switch gears and ask you guys something and see if you guys have witnessed this, because I work with some children, and gosh, when I go to the shelter, the kids are telling me that there is this LGBTQ curriculum, and the teachers and the educators in the school system are telling kids that they have an option to change. They're literally conditioning them from early ages, saying that they have an option to change their gender or their sex. Like it's an option, like medication. I have a kid that's on medication to change from a girl into a boy. She was told in
Wow.
the school that she has that option. So if a kid is growing up, and we all know this on the panel, that the child brain isn't fully developed, I guess if you're a boy until you're around between 24, 23 to 24.
Exactly. No kid should
So
be
if
making
you're
that decision.
exactly, so we have a girl and she's 14, or excuse me, they get to change the pronoun, the name, the legal name. Like my name is Tiff. If I want to go by Tommy, by law, you have to call me Tommy. And now they can go into their doctor and take hormone therapy. They do not need their parents' permission. They don't have to go to Claudia. They don't have to go to T Pre and be like, I need my mom to sign off on this. No, all they have to do is say, I don't want to be a girl anymore. The girl might get pissed off because she got cramps. Y'all remember what it was like when our cycles came and boys was teasing us about our boobies. Yeah, we all went through that. And so there was times where I was little and I said, I don't even want to be a girl because I'm sick of these boys picking on me. I was like 11 or 12 and my boobs were developing. You know how boys can be. Now the kids can go to the school, to the doctor, to the nurse, and say they don't want to be girls anymore, and they can get hormone therapy without parents' permission to switch to be a boy, or the boys can switch to be a girl. I need help. I need answers. Somebody
I don't
help me.
understand how that could be legal. Because I don't see how you can get any type of medical intervention without the parent consent. That to me don't make that should be illegal.
Right. That seems really invasive on a child. So I mean, my child, I would assume that's some kind of state thing, state to state issue.
Well, they're sliding this stuff in the.
Yes, I'm in California, baby. I'm in Los Angeles. Yes.
So they're doing it in our state, right?
Yeah, I'm confused. Like I'm horrified by this, that a child with their
New
brain
York City
development.
as well. New York State leads in that sort of stuff.
Really?
This is the sort of thing, unfortunately, our people don't like to read enough. But when they have assigned various documents, like when you enroll your child in school, you are giving them, I forgot what the phrase is called, but they're pseudo parents when you're not in the presence of the child. Like I experienced that as well, where we were instructed if a child to be trans, we would have to hide it from the parent. Like they could change that, even in the name, whatever the child requested us to call them, that's what we should call them. And this is exactly why, like at least with the vision and the things Umar is speaking of, that's why it resonates, because there's a significant level of truth. Our people are destroyed by this system. It is insane to think that you're going to be able to enroll your child and they're going to want to have the best interest of your child when they're focusing on this thing, because they are neutralizing families. If people are biologically confused, then you really reduce the chances of anybody even bothering to get pregnant. No one wants to talk about the DV stats. Go look at the CDC stats around domestic violence, because we know how we had the Rainbow Reverend who used to sing the praises of that community. But every demographic or that the regular.
Dang, he kind of faded out.
Oh, I was saying drugs, mental illness, violence, things like that. You can go to official, even CDC stats, FBI stats. You will see the LGBT community is suffering at a higher clip. And this has nothing to do with support. This is amongst themselves of how they deal with each other. But we're told that somehow they're better than the common folk. Somehow, if you support them enough, that everything will be okay. It's your fault that they're suffering because you don't support them enough. And here they're trying to push this on our children. One other point I'll make before I mute myself is, please, everyone go check out the film. It's from ACS, Guinea Pig Kids. It happened in New York City. I mentioned this on TC's Live yesterday. They gave children HIV medication that was in foster care without telling the parents. Look up Guinea Pig Kids. It's about 50 minutes long. I'm over here. Hey, I can't make this stuff up. Google Guinea Pig Kids, ACS, New York City. They destroyed one young man. They really jacked these kids up. This is the sort of stuff that's going on. So people need to be really careful when they think that these systems of people are somehow going to have our children's best interests. That's exactly what they did. So for you to say, Tiffany, about that sort of stuff, that's right in line with what I was seeing.
Wow, this is so disturbing. Wow.
But it's the truth. It's true.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
And that's why
this is so disturbing.
The worst mistake we ever made was integrating with these people that's trying to integrate. They basically trying to integrate us out of existence. This is the goal.
Yeah.
population control,
Yeah.
and genetic annihilation. That's the goal.
So I appreciate you opening up this space, Dieter. I just wanted to drop a couple Jews for these
Yeah, no problem, brother.
AAS heads because she's a stalker. She cracks her jokes and offers zero solutions.
Mm-mm.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, all she wants to do is tear down Black people. And she's
Yeah,
not even a part of our community. She's mobilizing Black people to tear down other Black people. It started off with Dr. Johnson. It went off to D. Darrell. She hit me up. She got Claudia fucked up. You know, she just loved tearing down people.
right.
Mm-hmm.
She's supposed to be a mental health professional. That's just disgusting.
Right.
Yeah. Who needs
Makes
to be
no sense
evaluated?
whatsoever.
She really needs to be evaluated. It's something going on there. I mean, there are mental health providers that do have a diagnosis that are, on meds and seeking therapy to maintain their sanity. And, that does exist. But
Well,
Maybe
yeah.
she needs help.
maybe she does take meds and she just hasn't been taking them for the past 4 years.
Possibly. And definitely not getting any therapy. Because if she got some level of therapy, it would have somewhere told her to stop creating all these goddamn videos. So I can't no way believe she thinks she's getting therapy.
But the way she does it on holidays and everything, I don't think she has any family. Like, I think this woman is just like, because
lonely.
she does 3-4 videos on major holidays. I don't think she has family.
That's what I said about Maxi Pad too. He must not have no family or nothing to do. I know he don't got no day job. He keeps claiming he worked for environment something. I know he don't got no day job.
Well, keep it plain saying they are business owners and self-employed. The only person over there that's self-employed that I know of is Happy Ending Stargate and Corey that own a barbershop, I think, right? Who else?
Max V is an Uber Eats driver. Max V is an Uber Eats driver. We're gonna give him that.
Really? So a 1099, an Uber driver, a happy ending specialist, and a barber, which is nothing wrong with the barber at least, but everybody else is suspect. Nobody else is self-employed. Y'all need to stop it with this. Stop. All of the real professionals are over here. Let's just admit that. Please. This is ridiculous, man. But my whole thing is that I may have to start diving into some more of the pharmaceutical companies. I mean, I know they're full of shit because I know early in my career, man, pharmaceutical companies were marketing hard, going into all types of mental health agencies trying to push certain medications. I mean, they would offer food, I'll do all kinds of stuff, give you all kinds of little pens and stuff to do your work with and all that, jump drives and all kind of things to assist you with doing your work. I mean, matter of fact, I remember it got so bad in the state of Texas that they actually said that they were doing some of the pharmaceutical companies were giving out handouts and so forth, and they had to stop them from doing it. They limited them on what they can spend to come and do, to kind of advertise their drug and so forth, because they were doing exuberant types of things for certain agencies, particularly if it was like the community mental health, where they had a large amount of clients, like over 1,000, 1,500 or more, or 10,000 or more, or whatever. They were doing all kinds of stuff, taking them to all kinds of fancy restaurants and shit, and kickbacks and all that kind of stuff. I know in Texas, this was back in I want to say 2008, 2009. They basically they stopped a lot of that from happening. So I see somebody talking about Taz. Yeah, I seen Taz steady doing content on Umar, like old stuff that we don't even pay attention to anymore. Like he's late in the game. Yeah, you're right, Scarlett. There are a lot of You can watch TV without seeing all those different drug commercials. You know, that's a constant. But I mean, I just, you know, wanted to have this conversation with you all, you know, just to point this out that we're gonna have to rock a little, you know, firmer than what we are. And some of this stuff does not need to be, particularly certain people do talk offline. There's a good bit of us that do talk and communicate offline, whether it's via phone, text, or email. And some of these things do not need to be aired out in front of everybody. You know, I just think that, and you know, I'm definitely not going to put up with stuff that happened somewhere else, and then they coming over here bringing all this stuff about, and they mad at me like I did something wrong. Both of them were kind of like mad at me, and I'm like, why are you all upset with me over something that I did not even know anything about?
They took it out on you.
Yeah, they did. And I'm
Yeah.
sitting there like, wait a minute. Like, I don't even know what all I know is that they were talking in the chat. Next thing you know, you being fake, fuck you, bitch, blah, 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 back and forth. Catherine name got in it, and it just went from there. So, and I actually had to block. I ended up blocking Moonlit with, because she kept saying stuff. And I'm like, you know, after I gave her back her money, I blocked her. Like, I'm done. You know, like, that's it. That confirmed that we should not be interacting with each other.
Darrell, I've been trying to tell you this for the longest, that this was coming to your chat.
Yeah.
Well,
Darrell?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Darrell, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell you this for the longest, that this was coming to.
You're breaking up, Catherine.
Tell you, it's coming from two chats. Wow.
Yeah, from this point on, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
from this point on, let's just leave that shit over there and focus on new shit over here. Let's just leave it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, let's just leave it. Because of the way I was spoke to, but I won't go to TP's platform. He and I both agreed that I shouldn't go over there anymore, because apparently me being friends with Catherine is a problem. So I wish him the best. I don't have no ill will or no ill feelings towards him, but I'm not finna let no motherfucker think they can hold my puppet strings and tell me what to do and tell me how to move. And that's no disrespect to him. Whatever, but I'm not finna be back and forth with any goddamn body. I'm just not doing that.
I hear you.
And
ahead,
I
Catherine,
was
you want
told
to say
that
something?
if I was friends with Tiffany, that I couldn't be friends with a certain person. So, yeah, you hear me, Darrell?
You're breaking up, Catherine. You're breaking up, baby.
Yeah, you're breaking up bad. You're going in and out.
But I like the content over here. This conversation was very informative. This is really disturbing. I did not know that about the pharmaceutical industry.
Oh man,
my ex-husband is can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, my ex-husband, well, he's back in England now, but my ex-husband was diagnosed bipolar schizoaffective, and he was taking olanzapine. Olanzapine now has been taken off the market. People was committing suicide left and right. Like, them drugs.
Oh my gosh.
I went to England, like, you know how we take two of everything here, right? And I was like talking to his parents, and I was like, okay, you won't take these? I'll take them. So I took two of them damn things. And it took me 2 hours to walk down a flight of steps.
That was dangerous.
Whoa.
I know that was dangerous.
Oh my God, that was dangerous.
Yeah, I was like, you will never, ever, ever take this drug. I said no.
No, that was, man, you lucky that you didn't do anything worse.
I was so frustrated that, because he wouldn't take his damn meds. And I said, you know what? You ain't taking these, because, man, those drugs are no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, they not. That's the reason, that's schizoaffective bipolar type. That's a very severe and chronic illness.
Yeah. And they pacify it with alcohol Are they pacified
Ooh.
with other, or with marijuana, or with other things because they don't want to
Shit,
take the
that's
meds that they're
that
prescribed?
is worse. That's
They
worse.
must really not like their liver, right?
I think those drugs make you really like slow and unresponsive, and like, I don't know, maybe they just need a pill
It
cutter
can.
and like have a piece of those drugs or something. But those drugs don't let people function like regularly function.
It can. It can have an adverse effect on how you respond and so forth.
And also,
does
it's
have
like
that
they
effect.
gain weight like really like insane. Like, it's crazy.
Right.
Those drugs are crazy.
Right. What's up, Outlaw? You want to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up two quick points. One that I've observed in 10 plus years of work, all of the clients who were compliant with medication always were far sicker than those who were non-compliant. And then the other thing too, there's a major component because they're not teaching people this. Anyone dealing with depression or bipolar, you're going to have a high level of inflammation in your brain and all over your body. And there's safe substances and supplements that you could take that are effective, like omega-3s and quality curcumin, to seal the deal for people. So I just wanted to pass that along. There's a sister, her name, I mentioned her last night, Dr. Jennifer Daniels. Please look her up. Amazing story. She started out traditionally trained, and then eventually she was using supplements that she designed to help people heal because she saw how sick the medication was making her clients. So I just wanted to pass that along as well.
Cool.
Wow, very informative. Thank you so
Wow.
very much,
Yeah.
Outlaw. That is very informative. Outlaw,
What's
do
up,
you have
bro?
a channel? Outlaw?
Do you have a channel?
He might
Outlaw.
be. Is he?
Oh, yeah, no, I have a channel, but I have no content. I really think I might start putting content up because, like I said last night, why I decided to join the panel because of what Shakem Ra mentioned about trauma really moved me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just realized that I'm not hearing some of the information being spoken to our people. And I figured, well, if I've studied it, why don't I pass this along to you all, and you all can look at it and pass it along, each one teach one. Because again, and I'll be honest, I actually started out way back. I'd crack my jokes as well occasionally because I really had issue with Umar's character stuff. But I pivoted real quick when I realized, like, what am I doing though? What are these people doing besides cracking jokes? As sick as our people is, everybody's entitled to their fun, but we need some solutions here. So that's always going to be what I'm about when I get on the panel. I want to talk about things people could look at and help themselves. And yeah, I like my jokes as well. And I like stuff that's funny. But when we're talking the real deal here, nobody's going to help us but us. I believe
Right.
just like with D. Durrell being in mental health and me, no one is going to have more of an incentive to want to see us do well than those that look like us.
That's an
True.
excellent point. That is an excellent point.
So true.
What's up, Flock? Damn. I'm clicking off. Cool.
That was definitely facts. And
Yeah,
thank you for
definitely.
sharing.
I see you coming back. What's going on, Flock?
Yo, listen, man. I just wanted to just ask Catherine like one question, man.
Here we go, dude. Come on. I thought we were done with this, D.
No, we're not about to do that. We're not about to do that. You
No,
can
because
talk
we
to
just
her
had a
privately.
whole.
I'm gonna ask my question right now, though.
You can talk to her privately, man.
No,
Come on, we have
I'm
a
gonna
really
ask
good
my
discussion.
question.
We just
I'm
talked
gonna
about this,
ask my
Flacco.
question.
Flacco, we just had a whole.
Well, I wasn't here to speak to my brother, man. So let me speak to my brother right now, though. So here's my question.
Flock, listen. Brother,
Why did she say TC was trafficking human beings? Why did she say TC was trafficking human beings, though?
Listen, listen,
Catherine,
man,
ignore him. Don't even respond. Don't even respond.
Oh,
Catherine, please don't respond. We above that. We're not going to do that.
No, listen though.
I'm gonna mute
So can I
hold
defend
on,
her
guys.
though?
I'm gonna mute everybody.
She was dead ass wrong.
Let me speak. I'm gonna mute everybody. Flacco, I'm gonna talk to her offline. I don't want to talk about anything else about it because I'm cool with TC. I don't want to produce any other situation that would potentially affect that relationship. I told her I'm gonna talk to her offline about what happened, and I don't want anything else that can potentially affect our relationship. So I don't want to, I don't want to have that content where he can go back and say this was said, that was said, and so forth. I already lost 2 subscribers and donors because of this. So I don't want to dab any more into that, man. I'm just gonna be honest.
Nah, I definitely got you, man. It's just I had
nothing to do with that, but I'm the one that got negatively affected by it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even want to get, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because whatever she respond and say, he can see that and think otherwise. Even if he's watching or whatever, he can think she lying, she this, she that, da da da. I just don't want to go into that, man. I'm just be honest. Yeah.
I got you, man. You feel me? But again, I just want to state, I think that she's telling just outright lie and fib on TC, but that's it.
Okay, I mean, I respect your opinion, but the thing about it, because of the severity of what the accusation is, I just don't want nothing where she say this and then he gonna say this and then he already. I mean, and like I said earlier, I know you came in later. If I was in his position, I would be pissed off too. I would have probably said some shit out of anger and so forth. If somebody giving me, an accusation like that can stick, you know what I'm saying? Like of that level. I mean, I understand how you feel. That's why I don't want to touch it. I'd rather just, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, brother? I mean, I feel it.
I understand.
And if it's the truth, then me and Kathy gonna have to talk about that. I'm like, come on, baby. I mean, because I'm not saying she did, but what I'm saying is that there are other people on the other side doing the same shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why should we be doing this to each other?
Oh, no. In terms of whether she said it or not, like, we got the screenshots of her saying this.
Where would y'all rather live, Zamunda or Wakanda? Because I'm changing the subject.
Right, though. I'm about to go to
where y'all going to? Zamunda first or Wakanda?
Wakanda.
Well, I'm gonna go with Wakanda though. I'm gonna go with Wakanda.
Okay. Yeah, I need to go find M'Baku so I can make babies with him.
Oh.
Yeah, silly.
That man is fine. I'm sorry. I just want to lick his shoulders.
Just because of the dancing. Like, I'm going to Zamunda because they be partying.
Yeah, that was really funny. I had to say that was lit. That was lit.
Yeah, that movie was good. A lot of people are criticizing it, but I think the reason why they're criticizing it is because they're comparing it to the first movie, and you shouldn't do that. It's an individual movie on its own.
In 1988, the first movie is corny. The second movie is corny. See, if we take Coming to America, the original, and we take it out of 1988 and put it now, it would get a whole different response. They'll be like, Eddie Murphy, get the hell out of here with this movie. So in 1988, it was fitting for the time that it was. And 30 years later, the new one is more up to date. I wish they did more with the daughter. I wish they were in America more. Those are the only 2 criticisms that I have.
I think the movie should have been.
I thought it would have been raunchier.
Yeah, they had to do it PG-13. The original was rated R.
Yeah, it was real clean. It was pretty clean.
Yeah,
but when he cleaned her private parts, y'all just don't know. When he cleaned her private parts,
really,
I'm saying, I'm sorry. I need somebody to help. Fine. Yes, Claudia. Yes, he was fine. Yes.
Y'all silly, man.
He was private parts. Oh God. I thought the guy on Bridgerton was gorgeous, but no. This guy, that male wiper was fabulous.
Oh yes. Oh. And what's his name? Wesley Snipes' little soldiers. I wanted to lick every one of their shoulders and arms. I just wanted to
dance with him and everything. I was getting up trying to dance.
Really, guys?
Oh, sorry, D. Darrell. We having a girl moment.
Y'all lusting over the men.
No, not at all.
Yes, I was. I ain't even gonna lie. Yes.
Y'all ran light easy.
Especially that one in that bathtub. Yes.
Especially that one in that bathtub.
Y'all ran the brother off the panel, man. See that? Talking nasty.
Who went? Oh wow.
Y'all nasty little women.
I'm sorry. Call me nasty. I own it. Shit.
Okay.
Y'all nasty and freaky thoughts.
Yes,
We
I
ladies,
am.
though. We ladies.
So, Flocka, did you see Coming to America too?
Yo, that shit was disgusting.
Oh, here we go.
Bro, listen, yo,
I
that
can
shit was
understand it
disgusting. That shit made a
in a
fucking
way.
mockery out of
think
us,
I
yo.
can understand him saying that from his
Bro,
perspective.
bro,
I would
yo.
think I would have issues with it too.
Look, I can't understand how anybody who is, like, again, like, I used to think that I was pan African, and then I grew out that stage, right? But like, if anybody is pro Africa and watch that movie, and bro, that shit just made like an outright mockery for me, yo. Like, like, based off of that, man, I don't think I will ever see another Eddie Murphy movie again, bro. Because
It's a
Flocko.
comedy.
it's fuck that
Flocko,
nigga.
what's
Where you're coming from that perspective, because you're
wrong with seeing black royalty? What's wrong with seeing black people, shine, and black African royalty? What's wrong with that? Even if it is a made up place. I'm confused.
Come to America too.
Yeah. Or
It
one.
was a
Either way.
spoof. Like, bro.
Did you see the first one?
Yes.
Were you okay with that one?
Of course. I loved it.
Why?
Bro, listen, yo.
Well,
I see
then
fucking
it's
Tiana
the
Taylor coming in, and I'm like, yo, listen, yo, bro, that shit did not depict Africa, I mean, the right way.
Of course not. It was made up. Yeah, it was a made up country.
It's a movie.
Just like Wakanda didn't depict Africa. It's made up.
It's not a
fiction.
documentary, Flocko.
Just like King Kong and Godzilla is not real. Tom and Jerry wasn't real. It's a movie.
Nah, but like, again, right? It's supposed to have an accurate portrayal of Africa. It's supposed to uplift Africa. It's supposed to be something you can say, yo, listen, yo, shows Africans as kings and queens, and
they did.
But again, right? It sensationalized us and spoofed us. You feel me? Like, and
so did the first movie.
You feel me? I just don't think they were respectful in how they picked Africa. But again, we just have different opinions, man. But yeah, bro, like, that shit was also trash, man. Like, that shit was also trash. It wasn't funny at all. Bro, they killed and ruined for that whole series, man. Come to America series is not dead, bro.
No, it ain't that serious, dude. It's a movie. It's a film. That's like
this,
so Back to the Future 3 just killed it for everything because it was garbage. But Back to the Future 3 killed it for 1 and 2. No. It don't work that way. If you have a problem with the way they depicted Africa in this movie, you definitely have a way they depicted Africa in the first movie.
That's what I was gonna say. There's the same.
That's what doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, Flocko, what would you have to change though? Oh, he left? Oh. Well, I just wanted to know what he thought that should be done different,
Yeah, because the depiction of Africa was the same as the first movie and the second movie. So I'm like, what's the difference? Unless he was just like a super fan of the first movie, which a lot of people are. That's why they're tearing this one apart. But I mean, I just think it should have been the daughter doing Hakeem's story all over again. I don't think we needed the long lost son. I don't think.
Right.
I know. I didn't like that because that to me was the biggest issue. Because now we all know, based on that movie, that he did not have sex with anybody, or whatever. Because that would have been funny if he did, and all of a sudden you invent a plot in the movie that didn't even exist in the first one. I really had issues with that.
Yeah, I wish they would have focused on the daughter. He could have thought she was like too Americanized. She could have been doing TikToks. That she could have found a love interest there, and that guy Lavelle could have been her love interest, and they could have spent more time in America. But I think it would have been an awesome movie if they would have did that.
right?
I like the daughters though. I love that. I love watching African female empowerment. I like that. I like the
I
daughters.
really like that too.
Yeah, I
And
did too, but I wish they did more with the daughters instead of,
But see, my
yeah,
problem with
you
that,
know, that long lost son crap.
they made the long lost son look weak. That's the issue I had. You know, he didn't have
Yeah,
to
they
look
made
as
him
weak
look
as he
really
was.
weak.
He was weak,
Yeah.
man, and that was the issue I had. Matter of fact, they had the
And then
daughter
the baby
looking stronger
mom was so
than he.
ghetto, and the baby
Yeah,
mother
you know,
was
they
so
Also
had to
too,
do all
ghetto.
of that.
And yeah, that
also
was
too,
Remember,
right?
the McDowells were not ghetto. The McDowells lived a nice middle class,
yeah. Business owners.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
wasn't like that. You know.
Yo, also too, right? Again, I'm not sure if you guys like call kind of like symbolism, right? Like for example, it's just the way they portray, for example, the Ebola outbreak, the Rwanda genocide, like the famine, again, like most Africans that I spoke to about that film, like we ain't rocking with it, bro. Filming like we just don't think that film was sensitive to our struggles and plight. You feel me?
okay. Well, can I just say something? There's a lot of movies that's made in the U.S. that could be comedies or whatever the case may be, but it's not necessarily saying exactly what's happening here in the U.S. It's just meant for that time frame to be comedy or to be whatever, but that doesn't mean it's a parody against what the U.S. and what's going on here. Like there's movies made in every single, continent and country in the world, but that doesn't mean that movie has to depict what's happening at that time in that country. It's just a comedy for this. They're making a comedy, comedy.
Yeah, right. Power
Like they made Boys in the Hood. That doesn't mean every single neighborhood is like that in the U.S. You understand what I'm saying? Or because they made Menace to Society. I'm thinking of just different movies that we have here, that depict places in the United States, but that doesn't mean every single place in the United States is like that. You know what I mean? Or that, that's all I'm saying. I don't think you should. I think you shouldn't take it so personal. That's all.
Yeah.
No. Listen, right? Like I definitely understand, right? Like again, what like we're saying is, our pain puns like should not be used as freaking comedy. You feel me? Like if you guys are like sticking to it being a spoof and comedic, don't touch on those points. You feel me? Like stick to the original movie. You feel me? Which was it was fine and dandy. It was funny. It was cool. But when they try to get cute and introduce our plights, but that we dealt with, then we gotta say, all right, feel me? You're like, this, like that's not comedy. Don't really include that in that movie,
But I mean, they depicted the same African heritage and royalty in the first movie that they did in this one. But there was no difference in that. So I'm confused on what
you might be talking about the general. He's talking about the general and the whole like militia type of deal. Is that what you're talking about, Flacco?
Yeah, Dave. For me, yeah. And they also touched on, the outbreak and a few other things. You feel me? Which like we caught, right? We're like, we appreciate like this like new like pro-African movement going on. Like we appreciate that. For me, but there's certain things, bro. Like keep keep that out of it.
I know what you're saying.
I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that I think we could all have that same outlook on movies that are made anywhere.
Yeah, I feel the same about like the slave movies, like 12 Years a Slave, and the other ones, like there always has to be a white knight, like the white person comes in and saves them. I feel that way about that. Be like, what? Why? We didn't even need this person. Like Brad Pitt didn't need to be in 12 Years a Slave. We don't need that person, right? That savior.
Also, too, right? Listen, right? Look, right? Look. Imagine, right? If let's say, like, Africans, right? Like, made a comedy surrounding, you know, the Holocaust. You feel me? We will be fucking crucified. We'll be like, bro, it won't even matter, right? So like,
I see what you're saying, but they only, I mean, I think they only mentioned, I mean, I think it was just dropped in like a piece of dialogue or two. They really didn't, besides him shooting up the picture of Hakeem, the general, they really didn't go there like down a road where people would be like so into it that I didn't even notice the Ebola reference in the what's the name reference. I didn't even notice them.
Actually. Yeah, they did do that.
But it was probably in a piece of dialogue or something, nothing that they dwelled into.
So Flock, what do you think about Nollywood then?
And right, for Nollywood, right? Again, like I haven't watched like a Nollywood movie, I would say, in like 4 years, right? But like,
really?
Yeah, but right, but listen, right? But like, you know, here, right? So like, I used to love Nollywood. Like I'm doing like the Jim Mike, and the Jen Michelle's, you know, and like that era. You feel me? So like, and during like that era, it was more towards, you know, well, like tribal wars, love, comedy with like Aki and Babal. You feel me? So you know, they didn't really touch on sensitive issues, right? If they did, you know, it was more so kind of like drama, right? Feel me? You know, it wasn't like a straight up comedy, you know, type shit.
What did you think of Blood Diamond?
Blood Diamonds was an accurate movie. You know, up to this day though, I still haven't been able to get to like the full movie. You feel me? You know, that, you know, but that touches home too much. You feel me? So you know,
yeah,
you know, yeah.
I feel you there, Flacco. I can't watch that movie. I can't watch I have to do it in bits and pieces, and then it gets too disturbing to the point where I cannot even finish it. So I feel you there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was a, you know, Blood Diamond that shit was crazy. But that was in Sierra Leone, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. But listen, right? But our president, right? Again, America is so fucking foul. Y'all don't even understand that. So Charles Taylor, right?
I understand.
Right?
I know all that shit. I read all of that. They
Charles Taylor, he's the president of Liberia, right? Charles Taylor, Liberia, right?
Ex-president, right? But listen, right?
Yeah,
but look, right? So look, America, right, came to him, right? It was like, yo, we want to, you know, a dig, right? I call it for rubber, right? So right. Cool. But you know, we want like a 60-40 split. Charles Taylor was like, nah, nigga, like, nah, you feel me? You know, we are good over here. Feel me? We good. All of a sudden, he became public enemy number one, right? But then they somehow managed to tie him to so right, what they say right was like Charles Taylor sold weapons to Sierra Leone soldiers in exchange for diamond, right? Apparently, like their proof is Naomi fucking Campbell overheard a conversation at yeah, bro, at a fucking function.
Wait a minute, wait, one guy. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Naomi Campbell.
Yeah. Listen, right. She testified. I think for 40 hours at the trial, right?
So
she was like the key witness. Huh?
Wow, she was an agent.
Bro, she was like the key witness. Yeah, right. For me, apparently she overheard him speaking about exchanging diamonds for weapons at like a function or some shit. You feel me? You know, so that wasn't enough for them. You know, but the charge again, the charge of sitting president for war crimes in a whole nother country, right? Because he sold them guns for diamonds, man. Bro, all that shit just fucked up, right? Because again, he told them, nah, homie, you feel me? You know, y'all can't come here, steal our resources.
Oh, wow.
Right? And then listen,
I don't blame them, man, but that's all they doing is raping the
well, now the Chinese are doing it.
For their resources.
That's the resources.
Flacco, you do know that Naomi Campbell's probably one of the biggest conettes on earth.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
She
yeah,
been a cone since
definitely.
before that.
You give her a nickel and a dime, she'll do anything.
Oh my
She'll throw a
gosh.
phone at you after, but
Yeah, her
Isn't
name is
she?
always
She's
involved in some
African,
crazy
right?
scandal.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
Yeah,
African,
no,
right?
she
yeah.
was she's
South African, right?
her family is from South Africa.
Yeah.
Actually, she's a granddaughter of Nelson Mandela, but she
Yeah.
lived in England
Oh,
though.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's
I did not know that.
I forgot the tribe that Mandela belongs to, but she's part of that tribe or whatever. But she grew up. Her family lived in England.
Mm-hmm.
But see, you
Yeah,
know
but she a
what?
coon though.
Well,
Isn't she from Cape Verde or is it Cape Verde?
No, she from South. Her family from South Africa, but she moved.
Yeah.
They
No,
moved.
I mean Cape Town. I'm sorry.
No, she
Isn't that in
she
South
grew up in
Africa?
England. She grew up in
No, I know she
England.
grew up in England, but I thought they were from Cape Town in South Africa.
Nah. About the Thembu tribe is from I think is Mavizo, right? Or something like that. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But Cape Town. I'm kind of Cape Town.
I go to Ghana in October. I can't wait.
Oh shit. Where?
congratulations. You finna
Accra
eat
or where?
good?
Yeah, I bought some land in Senegal,
Oh shit.
Nice.
Nah.
right
you
next
did?
to where they're building Akon City. Yeah,
Yeah, dope.
it was 12,000 beachfront
I heard
property.
some things about
Nice.
Akon City that I heard he sold out. A lot of people claim he sold out to
Yeah.
the corporations.
Did he?
No, I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
so.
what I heard. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, my A coins keep going up, so I keep buying them.
The Chinese gave him like a
I
$1
know
billion credit
they're
line.
very good. I mean, I heard the investment. It's a good investment, but you know.
Nah, listen though, right? Listen, right? Listen, but the Chinese people, bro, they tricked the fuck out of Akon, yo. Listen, right? Yeah. So look,
They did?
here, listen, right? So look, but they had right like a bunch of just some old ass motherfucking you call it
Solar panel.
equipment, right? Yeah. So they say, yo, listen, hey, look, you get like $1 billion credit line, right? Peels back later. So Akon just started just spending. Again, $1 billion. So now, how the fuck is Akon gonna pay them back? Giving them equity in that, Akon City. You feel me? So, I'm telling you, your Chinese going, I'm on that shit too.
Well, at least he lit up Africa. Hey, he got lights in places they didn't have no lights.
Nah, that's word. Nah, that's facts.
Yeah,
shoot,
but
London, yeah, man.
we'll time will tell in regards to that. That's all I like to really say. Whether it's
And he's still making. He made major paper from it too. He's making. His pockets are kind of fat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So I mean, I just think that there's a lot of modernization that needs to happen, and to me, I just think that the borders of Africa need to be redone. They need to have open borders, and I've heard like in the African, a lot of the countries that I look at the news from South Africa and Kenya and Uganda and so forth. They all are talking about wanting open borders.
No, they want one Africa. It's
Africa.
called One Africa. So they still trying to become like the United States, One Africa. And NBA has already launched a league over there, but because of COVID, the league didn't start. There's an NBA Africa now.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, United States is gonna find some kind of way to stop that shit. Didn't Gaddafi get axed because of it?
Yeah,
Because
They don't
of what?
want Africa united, trying to unite Africa as one. Woo!
Yeah, the United States wouldn't like that, no.
Yeah,
then they can't come in there and steal resources.
African currency
Exactly.
would be worth more than any currency in the world,
Yes.
and because of just off the land alone, because the land is more valuable than any other land in the world. So that would actually kill the stock market. It would actually
it'd be one Africa. Well, except for Egypt, they don't want to belong to nothing.
No, they don't.
Well, Northern Africa to me is a separate, you know. I have my choice words about Northern Africa, but
Okay.
I
Here's
had
the
to have
age-old
a
question.
history- I had to give a history lesson to an Arab about his own people, which
Oh,
he
wow.
Oh yeah,
claiming-
I saw that.
he tried to claim he didn't know, but he was lying. You know, but see, I understand other people know how to stay on code. We're the only ones that have an issue with that. You know.
They're asking for
Okay.
right, yeah.
Yeah, but speaking of being on code, let's say Africa doesn't. I'm just going to pitch this hypothetical question. Let's say Africa does become the United States of Africa, which I think is freaking phenomenal, right?
Yeah.
They literally would be the superpower of the world. The only thing stopping them from being a superpower right now is division. Would African Americans be welcome there on the same level as continental Africans are now?
I would
I
think
don't
so.
think
D.
they
Durrell.
would. They would be
Non-cool.
ideal.
D. Durrell.
I don't think they would.
You don't think so?
Nope.
But
They
nah,
ain't doing
we
it
love
now.
you guys back home though.
Huh?
We worship you guys back home. Yeah, listen, right?
Yeah,
If
but
you
they're
guys-
not offering
yeah.
us. If I'm telling you, Flacco, if
Mhm.
they offered us citizenship, people
Ghana
would
has the
leave in
un-
droves.
Ghana lets you
Only
become
citizen. Ghana though, baby. Only
Yeah, I'm
Ghana.
talking about
Out
the
of the
whole
50,
continent.
yeah, out of all of them, what is it? 56 states, 54? I can't remember. Gosh,
54
Yeah.
countries.
we got
54, right?
Yeah,
Or 53.
54
Yes,
country states, right? Only one has offered us citizenship.
Yeah.
And think about it. Think about it. I learned this in Ifatunde U too. African Americans are the richest Africans in the diaspora. Collectively, we have the most buying power.
Well, yeah.
So it seems. So
Yeah.
would we be welcome to come back with full
Yeah.
citizenship?
Yo,
Okay, I feel you.
if you're like an American man or American female, like in Africa, yo, people gravitate towards you because yo, like, bro, like, they love you guys back home. You feel me?
But a lot of Africans, listen, Flacco, a lot of Africans come to the United States and they separate themselves. They say, oh no, I'm African, I'm not African American. Like they look down on the ones that come here, they look down on the African Americans that are here.
very few, right? And here's why. But their first interaction,
They act like we were supposed to come back and they pissed off.
no. Listen, right now. Listen, right. So look, again, right. For there's Africans and who are coons, and there's Black Americans who are coons. For example,
Facts.
right.
Facts.
For
Okay.
example, Paris Denard. You know, right. Like so, like you know, there's folks who are also coons, but Africans who aren't coons, who actually love Black Americans, but the first thing we are called is African Booty Scratcher from kindergarten through 12th grade. So like, imagine being told, yo, like, you are not us, you're not us, you're not us, you're not us, you're different for 12 freaking years of school, and then graduate in high school, and then like we're supposed to like retrain ourselves at school. You feel me? You know, so like, but I would always say, yo, Africans but should continue but to strive but to build the gap, right?
Flacco,
Yeah.
I agree with you, but let me throw this in there. I have a homegirl who's raising her kids in Nigeria. She left America and repatriated, her and her husband. Soon as her kids got enrolled in the school system in there, their nickname was Akata. That's all they were called was Akata, 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 which is the same thing. It's a disparaging, derogatory name for the people who don't know. That means cotton picker, and it's like a horrible name. So that knife cuts both ways. It's not just the Africans that come here that get called disparaging names. It's the Africans that go there that get called disparaging names. And all of that was constructed.
Right?
I'm sorry, what?
For example, right? The N-word evolved, right? The word Akata started off meaning that, right? Now, this shit just means Black American. Like, you feel me? Like,
no, you don't get to hell no, Flacco. No, that's not synonymous with being a Black American.
No.
Are you serious?
No, I'm saying, right, but the word has evolved.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna mute myself.
Listen, right? So look, but the word itself has evolved past the point of, yo, if someone say, yo, Hakata, they're not saying, yo, I'm cotton picker, is just another name for Black American, right? Like,
That's
they
not
don't mean
okay.
cotton picker no more. For me, for example, just like, for example, right?
What
word
is the
nigga started
translation of
off-
the term?
The word nigga started off as something very derogatory,
Yeah,
right? And that
But there's
word evolved.
NIGGA and then there's ER. We know the difference.
Right. Yeah, right.
I didn't
And
know it was a difference.
right? And
The same
folks
to
back
me.
home, right, are no longer attaching the word Akata for the cotton picker. So I mean,
What does it translate to literally?
Flacco,
it's just a
Flacco,
foreigner,
Flacco,
a black foreigner, yeah.
Flacco, my nephew.
Flacco,
I
you need
love
to
you, but
stop.
that's
Every
I'm
African
calling
that
you
I talk
bullshit.
to,
I'm calling
talk
bullshit,
negative
and let me tell you
about that
why.
word. Come on, Flacco.
One of the worst mistakes I ever made, and a lot of people criticize me for saying this, and I'm on the fence on whether or not I would take it all back. But one of the worst mistakes I ever made was learning how to speak Igbo and Pidgin. Because when I'm in the room and I come in with this American accent, the Nigerians around me speak freely and I understand what the fuck they're saying. I understand what they're saying and they don't know that I understand. And there's been many a times that I've been in the room in recent years and I've heard them say things about me, talking about, I bet she don't know who her daddy is. All of this is in Pidgin and in Igbo,
Oh,
and I'm sitting
wow.
up there in the room and understanding. I grew up in a household with both motherfucking parents. My mom and dad were married 40 years until my dad passed away.
Yeah.
And they see me and they just apply those negative ass bullshit ass stereotypes that white supremacy taught them about us. And I'm sitting there in the room. So then when I respond back, now all of a sudden it's apologies. I'm sorry. My sister, I'm sorry. No, get the fuck out of my face with that
They're
bullshit.
coons though. It's only like
No, I agree with you because
Yeah.
we have coons on both sides. So I agree with you there.
yeah,
I'm
feel
not
me?
saying all Africans act like that, but that word I'm calling bullshit, baby, because that word does not mean synonymous with being a foreigner because they don't call white people akata. They're foreigners. They don't call Chinese
I'm not
akata.
Black Americans, yeah.
No. And if I ever heard my kids say African booty scratcher or akata, I'm gonna slap their mouth off. Dead
Exactly.
ass. I'm busting them dead in their mouth because that shit is disrespectful.
Listen, man, like I definitely get it, right? You know, like my whole thing is, yo, like words evolve to mean different things, right? Yes, you know, you will still have, you know, again, certain cool, like, for example, right? Like white folks still use the N-word
To
as a
who?
derogatory term, right? So
They
this,
don't use that shit to me. I'll fuck somebody. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Go ahead.
right,
I'm sorry.
right.
I'm sorry.
They won't do it to your
white,
face.
white people don't use
But
that to black people, not to their face.
Yeah, no,
Not to their
they
face.
use it like, you know, behind your back
Not to
or
their
like
face,
online,
Flocka.
right? Yeah, right. But listen, but there still are African coons, again, very few African coons who still attach Akata something that's derogatory. Feel me? Majority of us, when we think of Akata, it's not cotton picker, that, feel me? It just means,
Okay.
yo, a Black American. You feel me? Like,
How about we just retire that word because fuck that.
Yeah, that ain't cool.
that's true. That's true. You feel me? Like,
I agree.
definitely true, man. Wait. Hold up now. Yo, Wagtoon's my brother, man. Wagtoon said FBA women are the best. Now, Wagtoon, you know that's a goddamn lie, my brother. You know, listen, you know that's a goddamn lie, man. You know
FBA
That's his
women.
opinion, Flock. That's his
Huh?
opinion.
Oh, foundational Black American women are the best. That's what it is.
That's
I'm
my
an
boy,
Foundational
African.
Black American.
Wagtoon's
I
my
don't know
boy,
nothing
man.
about all
Wagtoon,
that.
nah, come on, man. Bro,
I'm
That's
an
a
African.
Tariq.
listen, right?
That's a Tariq Nasheed term. FBA.
Right?
Listen,
That's
there's
just him
nobody-
trying to bite off of ADOS. That poor man.
To me, that's what's stupid. To me, the shit between ADOS and FBA is stupid. It's applying to the same people, just a different term. And to me, both sides are trying to monetize that.
No, I know. ADOS had a true mission. Tariq Nasheed just was looking for a money grab. And that
but
FBA
ADOS
conference was a
money,
joke.
But ADOS took money from George Soros, so that's the issue I got with him. And they took money from an LGBT organization. So I have issues with that. Even though they did do the work, but I have issues with where they took money from. That Yvette won't talk about.
Yeah, neither one of them. I ain't rolling with none of them. And it seems like nobody can make Tone Talks happy. That man is just miserable.
He needs some pussy.
He needs something. He need a freaking hobby or some shit. He watching his streams make me depressed.
Mm-hmm.
He can even turn something. He can turn something positive into something super negative. I'm like, damn, nigga.
Right.
I was with you until about the 33 mark. I gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta, because I got an interview in about 30 minutes. So I'm gonna take a little break. So, any last words for y'all guys?
No, you've been wonderful. This has been a very productive, informative as hell live.
Definitely
Like
informative.
for real. And I'm glad we got all that bullshit squared away so that we can never ever discuss it again because I'm tired of it. Like for real. I support the Janice House people in the chat. Please hit up the Cash App so that you can give back to our community.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, D. Darrell. It was awesome.
All right. What's up?
Y'all have a good evening, Flacco, Tiff.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, baby.
Y'all.
Any last words, Flock?
Nah, man. I just want to say, hey, man, yo, listen, man. Shout out to my brother TC, man. Thanks for the panel, D. Darrell. We out of here, man. Peace.
All right, peace.
Hey, D.
All right, guys.
D.
I want you all to follow me. I'm going on Topaz Nubian Nuances. Check out her channel. I'm going to be doing an interview around 7:45. Go and check it out. Y'all have a great day. Peace.
D. Darrell.